Clubhouse. Just request to speak. It's so
yeah, I can't get into the space. I opened the Twitter app on my phone and it says unable to fetch space.
Hold on. Let me see if I can get an updated one.
Are you logged in? Are you
Go on
Twitter, Sean?
Yeah.
I assume I am.
Wait, Jack, I gotta
might be
show you.
it. You might
This
have
is
to be
just
logged in.
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm logged in. Yeah, it doesn't work, so I'll try to find a way to debate Jay Dyer, but you can debate me right now. I'm here right now.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
Me, right?
Yeah, we'll make a room.
Me, right, Goblins?
You have to make a room with the replays on, though.
Why?
Yeah, okay.
You don't really want
Alright,
to
Truthy mods. You want to mod Truthy?
Oh shit, let's do it. Also, why are there... Wait, hold on. What is this?
And Arianis isn't allowed on stage.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
You know why. How about it? How about it, Goblins?
This recording with Philip is funny. The one where he, what is this? Why are you two doing that? I'm going to go into the other room where Detroit is speaking.
I'm just going to close.
My notes.
You can bring other people on stage and just move them. I have to do something for a few minutes, so you can bring other people on stage and move them back down when I'm ready.
You're getting your script ready? Here, it's easy. Just for every
I have my script memorized.
position I put, just say why do you.
What do you want the topic to be?
Last time we debated
skepticism.
Dissipate the mind.
Godless epistemology.
Last time we did it was me attacking his view, so this time he's supposed to attack my view and show like that it's incoherent, I guess, or something. Is that what you're gonna do, Sean?
Epistemology is so gay. You two
don't have to do anything. Shut up.
You
always have to have the fucking spotlight.
Of course.
You can also switch off after a certain point and grill the other person, you know. You could go for a while on one end, and if it seems like it's dead, you could
it's just going to be a free-for-all, right? I don't even know what we talked about in the last shit.
Get new This is why Godless Girls channel is like failing, because all the good debates are only one person, or only of one, right? And then when it's her debating, it's like, oh yeah, well, how do you know that? Because like you could have been creative 5 minutes ago, and you fucking know.
Never gets old.
So debate something like the mind, debate something else.
What else is there? How can she has to be moved off this crazy position she has before you can even debate anything else? Because what else are you going to debate with her?
How are you justified? I mean, oh my God. Look, her position is very simple.
She can't even give any arguments.
She doesn't pat herself on the back when she says that I believe X. Right? That's how it really is. She's not patting herself on the back when she says I believe in such and such proposition. That's fine. Who cares? Sean, you know some stuff about the mind, right?
No.
No? Debate Godless Girl on the robot argument. The best argument ever. Conceptual analysis. What do you want to debate Godless on? Epistemology again?
Oh my God, what is she
The baby,
doing?
as soon as they put the baby back to bed, she's just eating and she's gonna fall right back to sleep. So like just a few minutes. But while that's happening, I just want to tell Ariana what happened last night. So Sean, I was picking on Sean. Me and Mark Duke were picking on Sean after you left, and what was it? He told me to go feed the baby to go take care of the baby and cook dinner or something because I have nothing to contribute to philosophy. And then I said, "Wait, you
I
think?"
didn't even get my reasoning right.
And then I was like, "Wait, you think you have something to contribute to philosophy that I don't?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Like, what area? You think you know more? There's an area of philosophy you know more about than me?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "What area?" And he said, "The philosophy of time." Right? And I was like, "Oh, what's time?" And he couldn't define it. He was like Googling the definition stuff. And then I told him time is the measurement between events. And he said, "That's the stupid thing to say, Godless."
Just stop.
And then he gave me like some definition that was
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody
It was pretty much the
cares.
same thing as me saying the time is the measurement between events. And then he was so upset that he was humiliated.
I was joking.
Joking about what?
I was joking. It was a joking conversation.
Okay, Godless Girl, you think that your retarded robot argument goes through, right?
I thought we were doing epistemology. Wait, Sean, is it
That's
true?
what we're doing.
Okay, hold
Oh
on.
my God.
He just finished, so I'm gonna go back.
I'm out of here.
I'll be right. 1 minute. 1 minute.
People are so gay.
But I could never be as gay as you. It doesn't matter how gay I get.
Well, but I'm a base type of gay, right? You're the cringe type of, like, Danny gay. How am I justified? It is painful, Detroyer, but what can we do? They wanted to debate this.
Yeah, this is the debate, in case you were wondering.
God, man.
No, this is like the weigh-in, where they're staring each other in the eye, real deep.
Where did he go?
I'll message him and see if he would like
Ethan destroyed you with just one sentence.
Okay. Sean, do you wanna
Wait, hold on, I have to poop.
Oh, this is what happened the last time he got destroyed. He took a shit for 30 minutes. You remember that?
Sean, do you have an argument against my position or what? You have a question or something?
No.
He's trying to drop weight before the fight.
excrement. I'll invite Mr. Jack Pele.
Alright, remove everybody. It's actually just remove fucking Darth.
No, I'm not helping.
Remove him.
Oh, no. Fuck.
Sean, you're just
I don't
looking
wanna
for
hear your
excuse to not
complaining.
start. What's the argument? What's the
Hey,
argument?
hold on. Are you guys ready or what? Like, I'm gonna send
I'm
you
ready.
upstairs in a second.
Look.
Okay. Are you ready, Sean, or do you need to do your thing?
Sean,
No, I'm not doing this with fucking
Oh,
cowards.
you're just looking for
Move
excuse
on
not
off
to
the
do it, you
fucking
fucking
stage.
coward. You fucking
Thank
coward.
you.
What's the argument?
Now shut up and wait.
Wait for what? It's just you,
I
three of us
waited
on
15
speed
minutes
now.
for you, wait 2 minutes for me.
Thank you all for attending the event. I apologize in advance. It will begin shortly.
Do you have no block? You can't get in the room.
Alright.
Okay, what's the argument?
Alright, godless. So, what's your position on knowledge?
I don't think that anybody knows anything.
You don't think that nobody knows anything?
Yeah, like, I believe that nobody knows anything.
You don't believe that anybody knows anything. Okay. What's the argument for that?
Because knowledge would require justification, and everybody's attempts at justification presuppose beliefs that they don't have justification for.
And the conclusion is...
That people don't have justified true beliefs.
Great. So, this argument constitutes what?
Can you restate your question?
Well, it has the form of an argument. It's got two premises and a conclusion.
Oh yeah,
But the
so let's say,
conclusion-
I mean, I didn't put it into a syllogism, but let's say, say it was put into a syllogism, which I could do, right? Let's say it was in modus ponens form, right? So, it might be invalid, and the premises, I might believe the premises are true, and it's in valid form, right? So we would take that argument to be sound even. But the thing is, I don't have justification for using modus ponens, right? So I take justification to raise the probability that your beliefs are true, and I don't take modus ponens, and you need to be justified in believing that modus ponens is going to raise the probability that my belief is true, because I can't justify modus ponens. I don't have justification for modus ponens. I just do it. I just use modus ponens. I don't have justification for modus ponens. Do you, bitch? What's your fucking justification for modus ponens? Do you have justification for modus ponens, Sean? Everybody watching, dodge the question.
Great. So your belief is unjustified.
Correct. All my beliefs and all your beliefs are unjustified.
Great.
What, are you dodging? Wait, are you
Nobody
dodging
knows
the question?
anything.
Are you
Well,
dodging the
first of all,
question? Are you dodging the
What's your
question?
question? What's your
Do you
question?
have do you have justification for modus ponens?
Of course I have justification for modus ponens.
Well, what's the justification?
Modus ponens is a formula of logic. Logic is foundational.
Wait, foundational is unjustified? What the fuck?
No.
You just told me
That's not what foundational means.
Oh, I thought you meant like an axiomatic. So you don't take modus ponens to be axiomatic?
The propositions of logic are foundational propositions.
I'm sorry, are you saying that they're axiomatic?
No, I'm saying they're foundational.
Are they justified?
Yes.
What's the justification for modus ponens?
Why do you even talk to us?
So what are you doing? Is somebody like telling you what to say in messages and you're reading it or something? What's going on? Why are you... Sean, what are you doing? What were you just reading?
Hold on.
You're reading. He's reading something. What a fucking power!
There were no rules about extra reading materials, so I'm going to allow it.
Okay, well, if I'm not gonna debate Sean, I'm just gonna debate someone else. Then
Okay, so foundational propositions.
Okay, but I mean, no, the next time that this happens, yeah, we can go deal with whatever you're saying. But the next time that happens, that there's a pause. If I'm gonna debate somebody else, then they can just come up on the fucking stage and debate me. If I'm not gonna do it for you, Sean. So the next time you pause, Sean, the debate's over. I mean, you already fucking lost because you just muted your mic because you didn't know what the fuck to say, and you're reading somebody else's text. But anyway, what's the justification for modus ponens?
Internalist justification.
Okay, it has internal justification. What is the justification?
The justification, okay, so foundational propositions are
Sean, you're pausing. You can't pause. Come on. Are you reading somebody else's messages because you don't know how to respond? You scared little coward bitch.
no, I'm just reading stuff. So foundational propositions.
Okay, go ahead, read it.
Yeah. So,
Sean, come on. I'm not going to debate
the
somebody
internalist concept of the internalist conception of justification is not a rule or prescription for choosing beliefs or doxastic attitudes. It considers an already formed belief of a cognizer and says what features are necessary and sufficient for the belief to count as justified. It does not take a cognizer who is decide which doxastic attitude, epistemology. Alright, so here's the foundational propositions are prima facie justified. What that means is they're just justified on the face of them. They don't depend on other beliefs for their justification. They're foundational.
So you're saying they're justified because they're justified?
You could put it, not exactly.
Look, what is foundational? When you say they're foundational, what are you saying other than they're justified, right?
So, a belief is said to be prima facie justified. The belief doesn't depend on other beliefs for its justification. Second, the belief's justification can be defeated by countervailing evidence. Prima facie justification, it just means that it's like, it's justified on its face, right?
You're saying it's
not
justified because
intentionally
it's justified.
Well, sort of.
Okay, I don't take somebody saying it raises the probability because it raises the probability to actually be a reason to believe that it raises the probability, Sean. What's the argument for that? What's the argument for it? What's the argument for foundationalism? Give me the fucking argument for foundationalism.
Okay. Acquaintance with a fact is not by itself. So,
I'm sorry, what's the justification for foundationalism? What's the argument? Give me the first premise.
it's not like, well, it's not like there's like there's probably an argument like that one could construct like for foundational justification.
A non-question begging argument?
Yeah, I don't have something like that formulated.
Oh,
right?
So the next time we speak, we're going to have the non-question begging argument for foundationalism ready?
Well, it's kind of a like difficult subject to wrap your head around, but it's.
So,
I mean, just think about it.
Do you have justification for modus ponens or not? You said you did, and all I heard you saying was, well, it's justified because it's justified. I didn't ever get the justification. What's the justification?
Yeah, it's difficult to deal with, right? But we have like the it's basically like intuitive, right? Like
Intuitions are unjustified by definition, moron. But also, you said that you said that part of the definition was that it can be defeated, right? So what could be what's the possible defeater for modus ponens? Watch and dodge. What's the bitch? What's the possible defeater for modus ponens?
Well, I mean, it's possible that like of logic is like classical logic is false or something, but that's not.
What's the possible defeater for it?
Most people
What's
don't.
the possible defeater for it?
It's not that we have to name a possible defeater. It's just that in principle, it's possibly defeasible.
Asserting that there's a possible defeater? Or do you have a reason to think that?
Yeah, it's plausible that logic is not, like classical logic is not infallible, right? But
are you sure you want to stick to that claim? Do you want to double down on that claim? It's plausible that classical logic is not fallible. It's plausible. I think you want to take that back, Sean. Are you sure you want to say that? You just said it's plausible that classical logic is fallible.
I don't take the view that it's honestly, I think it's probably infallible. I don't see a defeater for it.
You're just contradicting yourself. You said it's plausible that it's fallible, and now you're saying that you believe that it's infallible.
I'm not exactly sure how
you're contradicting yourself.
Prima facie justified would work for like something like modus ponens or something. I don't know. I'm not good enough in logic to like explain that kind of stuff.
Well, the point is, you have to have an understanding of what it would mean for modus ponens to be false.
Right, but that would give us a justification. If we can't think of what a reason that would make modus ponens false, then modus ponens must be true.
Wait, if you're saying you can't think of a reason to think it's false, then you're saying there's no possible defeater.
No, you're not. We're just saying that we don't have a defeater. It's undefeated. Not that it's indefeasible. Just at present is undefeated. We don't have defeaters presently.
What would it mean for modus ponens to be false?
Well, if that seems absurd to you, then maybe it's infallible that modus ponens is false.
I'm sorry. Do you know what it would mean for modus ponens to be false, or do you not? Because you're the one claiming that it's possibly false, right? So do you know what that would mean?
No, I'm just saying
What would it
the
mean?
Fasci justification
What would
can
it
be
mean?
defined
What would it mean?
in that.
What would it mean? What would it mean? What would it mean for modus ponens?
Well, if modus ponens isn't false, then we have a way out of skepticism. Then that's one thing we know is true.
Yeah, I don't know how you're going to have non-question begging justification for that, but you're dodging the question, right?
You just
You know what it would mean for modus ponens to be false? That's not justification.
That is justification.
You know what it would mean for modus ponens?
No, I don't, and that's justification.
What's the argument for that?
What do you mean? That's what justification.
I'm sorry, you have justification to believe that if a human mind can't comprehend something, that therefore it's impossible?
Well, no, but that's the that's the point. I was agreeing with you that it's not. I don't see a defeater for modus ponens.
Look, the point I was making is, you said that there was a possible defeater. But what do you mean by that? You don't even know what you mean by that, because you don't even know what it would mean for it to be defeated. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Well,
There's a defeater, but I don't know what I mean by defeater. You're a moron!
Suppose like the laws.
Sean, this is really sad. This is sad.
Suppose the laws of logic are like aren't all infallible, right? Suppose like the law of non-contradiction doesn't obtain or something.
It sounds like you're dodging my point.
That's
You said that there's a possible defeater, but you don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, it's conceivable that there are problems with logic that it's not.
It's conceivable that there's a problem with modus ponens, but you already admitted you don't know what that means. Why are you lying?
No, that doesn't mean I don't know what it means.
It's conceivable. It's conceivable that modus ponens is false.
It's inconceivable? Well, if it's inconceivable, then if that modus ponens is false, then modus ponens is necessary.
Why are you dodging the question? Is it or is it not inconceivable for modus ponens to be false? What's the contradiction? First of all, you're dodging, Sean. Okay, you can point out what the two propositions that I hold to be true that are contradictory. In a minute, after you answer the question.
Okay, what's the question?
Look, you said that...
What's the defeater for modus ponens?
Yeah, you said that there's a possible defeater, but you don't know, you don't even understand what you mean by that, and then you said it's conceivable for it to be false, but now you're... what part are you disagreeing with?
I don't know what the defeater for modus ponens is.
No, because you don't know what you mean for it to be possible for there to be a defeater, because you don't even know what that would mean.
Well, I do know what it means. It would mean that modus ponens is false. As modus ponens is made false by some other fact that we discover.
Yeah, well, can you conceive of it being false?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Like I said.
Can you explain what it means?
Well, maybe it's not, right? Maybe it's inconceivable.
So you're contradicting yourself.
How am I contradicting myself? Oh, yeah, I see. Well, because that...
Okay, so now he's really humiliated and destroyed himself, because he said that what he means by foundational is that it's possibly, there's a possible defeater, but now he's saying it's inconceivable for it to be fucking defeated. So now he's just fucking humiliating and destroying himself, because now he's saying it's impossible for all his opponents to be foundational. You've been humiliated and destroyed, Sean. This is so bad. This is sad.
Jesus, dude.
This is how
Okay, anyway, you said earlier, I mean, this is your worst performance yet, bitch. Anyway, you said earlier that I contradicted myself. What are the two propositions that in conjunction, negate each other? Bitch, what are the two
That you can't have knowledge and that modus ponens is inconceivably false.
Look, if I don't think that you can have knowledge, that doesn't entail that something that's inconceivable to the human mind is like justified to believe that it's the case. Or that it's not the case.
Of course it does. If it's inconceivably false, that means it's true. If you know that it's true, then you know something.
I'm sorry, what are the two propositions?
That are in contradiction, that nobody
Yeah,
knows
I want the
anything.
proposition. You're supposed to give me a proposition and its negation. Give me a proposition and its negation and claim that I said both those things.
Nobody knows anything. We know modus ponens is true. Because
I never said we know modus ponens is true. Do you have justification for modus ponens?
It's inconceivably false, according to you.
How is that justification?
Well, it just seems obvious, right? Like,
So, by the way, I never claimed it was inconceivable. You did.
no, I didn't. I mean, I can't see.
Oh,
agree with you that
you
it's-
said no, you did say that. You did say that. And when this goes on my fucking channel, when you were like, oh, let me think about it, you kept contradicting yourself, and you were like, yeah, you know what? It is inconceivable. So now that you're denying having said that I'm going to put
I'm not sure. I'll tell you what. I'm agnostic.
Oh, now he's
agnostic.
backpedaling again. Backpedaling again.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I'm just kind of sorting through these things on the fly, so I think it's fair to say that I'm not exactly sure if I know that modus ponens is like infallible.
Okay, so now he doesn't know if it's foundational or not. Now he's agnostic about whether or not modus ponens is foundational. You're a fucking clown. You're a fucking clown, Sean. This is so sad. Why would you clown me again? After all the time you got smacked down. What the fuck is the matter with you? Why do you want yourself to be abused like this? Now he doesn't know if it's foundational or not.
I never said it was. I just said this is
You
the
could
concept
say
of
modus
foundational.
ponens is foundational.
No, I didn't. You just asked me. You put a forth
So that's what started the whole conversation.
syllogism.
I asked you what's the justification for modus ponens, and you fucking pulled up the SCP on what foundationalism is, moron. Are you done, Sean? Are you ever gonna come at me again? Have you learned your fucking lesson, bitch?
You're honestly like,
Oh my
I
god.
feel sorry for you.
Truthy, please be sure. It would be such a horrible tragedy, Truthy, if this replay was now saved. Please, oh my god, oh my god.
I mean, the replays
My heart is racing just thinking of the possible loss of this replay. Did anybody record? Oh my god, I'm too scared. Please, could we end the room right now to save this replay?
Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be okay.
Wait, we're not done yet. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I was just
have
trying to
other points to
recenter you
get
guys.
to.
I was trying to recenter you guys. So Sean.
Okay.
Wait, so now you're saying, so now he's agnostic about whether it's conceivable or not.
Give him like a nice 45 seconds to reply here.
Oh yeah, if he's gonna be just reading somebody else's text, then that person can just debate me. I'm not gonna debate you, Sean.
I'm just
I
reading.
think Sean. I think it's like blatantly obvious.
Godless.
That Sean has been humiliated and destroyed. So please say the replay.
Yeah, you're good. Just
You can bring other people on stage now. My baby's crying. I'm gonna go take care of my baby.
okay.
Oh no. Oh god. I'm just reading like tabs I have.
It's just so sad. Are you gonna do this to yourself again?
Godless. I don't know what to do with you. Like, on the one hand, like, I kind of enjoy these conversations, and on the other, it's like clearly detrimental for you.
Sean, nobody here believes that you think you weren't just humiliated.
Okay, got this. Yeah, one second here.
Yeah, I'm not. this is over for tonight. If he wants to do this again tomorrow, if he wants to
Oh,
do
it's
this,
over.
I'll do it.
Regardless,
Any day.
please, you got to give me a second here. So, Sean, do you want to, give some type of, whether it's a closing or just a summation of how you see it? Oh, she left. Okay. Well, there you go. That's how it goes. Should
Well, I wanted to get to a self-defeat argument, right? Because that's just the classic standard argument against radical skepticism, right? Truth would entail the lack of justification for inserting it. She acknowledges that, but that's the point. Is then she needs to modify this argument because she's not saying nobody knows anything. She's saying she believes nobody knows anything. But what does that amount to? Either the argument provides justification, and then she's justified in believing it, and then she has knowledge, or it doesn't, and then what are we talking about? It's in the conclusion of her argument said nobody knows anything. So she's flipping back and forth between she believes nobody knows anything, and it's just not clear what she means by that. Because then she say in the next breath she'll give an argument where the conclusion is nobody knows anything. It has to be modified to say, like, what are you going to say? I'm justified in believing nobody knows anything in the conclusion?
All right, well, good debate, Sean. I think that went interestingly.
Yeah. Okay. Are you back for more, or are you done? Do you want to stop? She said she wanted to stop. I guess we're done.
Well, at this point, you're just upsetting the baby.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't expect that. Okay, then. Anybody else want to... Maybe we should just bring people up and just have an open discussion then.
Okay, we'll do.
Truthy, who do you think won?
Well,
Eddie, did you see it? Eddie, how long have you been in the room?
you kind of declared victory and then ran away due to issues, so I don't know if that was like a fully complete debate, but, I think you got what you wanted.
Eddie, how much of it did you see?
I got about 15 minutes of it. I was kind of late to it.
I mean, you got Truthy helping you in messages and you still did that badly? It's yours. Son, now you are the number one fan of Clubhouse.
Well, I'm just like literally skimming through tabs that I have favorited on my desktop. Like, I've been reading about...
That's what you said when you had Ariana's helping you in private messages.
I've been reading about foundationalism for like weeks, and I still can't...
You still don't have an argument for it? You still don't have an argument for it?
I wanted to run my self-defeat argument on you.
So we're gonna do this again tomorrow, Sean? You gonna put yourself through this tomorrow then?
I have no problem with that, but I'm scared, honestly, for you.
I mean, that's just my personality. I'm very rarely actually upset when I'm...
Tracy, can you invite...
Did you see it?
Yeah, listen.
Wasn't that hilarious?
Yeah, the rhetoric was amazing. I want to hear what he was talking about.